Book of Heaven, Volume 36, April 20th, 1938. How Jesus' word on the cross, Sitio, still continues to cry out to each heart, I thirst. How the true resurrection consists in rising again in the divine will. How nothing is denied to one who lives in it. My flight in the divine will continues, and I feel the need to make everything it has done my own, placing there my little love, my affectionate kisses, my profound adorations, and my thank you for everything he did and suffered, for me and for all. As I reached the point when my dear Jesus was crucified and lifted up on the cross amid atrocious spasms and unspeakable pains, with a tender and moving tone, such that I felt my heart split, he told me,
"My good daughter, the pain that most pierced me on the cross was my ardent thirst. I felt I was burning alive. All the vital humors had gone out through my wounds, which, like many mouths, were burning and wanted to quench their ardent thirst. So much so that, unable to contain myself, I cried out, 'I thirst.' This 'I thirst' remained always an act of saying, 'I thirst.' I never stopped saying it. With my open wounds, with my parched lips, I am always repeating, 'I am burning, I thirst. Oh, please, give me a little drop of your love to give a little refreshment to my ardent thirst.' So in everything the creature does, I keep repeating to her with my mouth opened and burning, 'Let me drink, I am burning with thirst.' My dislocated and wounded humanity had only one cry, 'I thirst.' Therefore, as the creature walks, I cry out to her steps with my parched mouth, 'Give me your steps, done for love of me, to quench my thirst.' If she works, I ask for her works, done only for love of me, as refreshment for my ardent thirst. If she speaks, I ask for her words. If she thinks, I ask for her thoughts, like many little drops of love to refresh my ardent thirst. It was not just my mouth that was burning, but the whole of my most holy humanity felt the extreme need of a refreshing bath for the ardent fire of love that burned me. And since it was for the creatures that I was burning amid excruciating pains, only creatures, with their love, could quench my ardent thirst and give a refreshing bath to my humanity. Now I left this cry, 'I thirst,' inside my will, and I made the commitment to make it resound each instant in the creatures' ears, to move them to compassion for my ardent thirst, to give them my bath of love and receive their own, be it even tiny little drops, as refreshment for the thirst that devours me. But who listens to me? Who has compassion for me? Only one who lives in my will. All others play deaf, and with their ingratitude maybe they increase my thirst, which makes me restless and with no hope of refreshment. And not only my I thirst, but everything I did and said in my will is always an act of saying to my sorrowful mama, 'Mother, behold your children,' and I place her at their side as help and guide, to be loved by them as her children. In each instant she feels she is being placed at the side of her children by her son. And oh, how she loves them as mother, and gives them her maternity, to make me loved as she loves me. Not only this, but by giving her maternity, she places perfect love amid creatures, so that they may love one another with maternal love, which is love of sacrifice, unselfish love, constant love. But who receives all this good? Only one who lives in our fiat feels the maternity of the Queen. It can be said that she places her maternal heart into her children's mouths, that they may suckle and receive the maternity of her love, the sweetnesses and all the qualities with which her maternal heart is enriched. My daughter, one who wants to find us, one who wants to receive all our goods and my very mother, must enter into our will and remain inside of it. Our will is not only life of ours, but with its immensity, it forms around us our own dwelling, in which it maintains all our acts, words, and all that we are, always in act. Our things do not go out of our will. One who wants them must be content with living life together with it. Then everything is hers. Nothing is denied to her. If we want to give our things to her, but she does not live in our will, she will not appreciate them, nor love them. She will not feel the right to make them her own. And when things are not made one's own, love does not arise, and it dies.
After this, I continued my round in everything that our Lord did on earth, and I paused in the act of the resurrection. What triumph, what glory! Heaven poured itself upon earth to be spectator of such a great glory. And my beloved Jesus continued.
My daughter, in my resurrection the right was given to creatures to rise again in me to new life. It was the confirmation, the seal of my whole life, of my works, of my words, and of the fact that if I came upon earth, it was to give myself to each and every one as life belonging to them. My resurrection was the triumph of all, and the new conquest that all were making of He who had died for all, to give them life and make them rise again in my own resurrection. But do you want to know where is the real resurrection of the creature? Not at the end of time, but while she is still living on earth. One who lives in my will rises again to light and can say, "My night is over." She rises again in the love of her Creator, in such a way that there is no more cold or frost for her, but she feels the smile of the heavenly spring. She rises again to sanctity, which puts to rushed flight all weaknesses, miseries, and passions. She rises again to all that is heaven, and if she looks at the earth, heavens and sun, she does so to find the works of her Creator, to have the occasion to narrate to Him His glory and His long love story. Therefore, one who lives in my will can say, as the angel said to the holy women when they went to the sepulchre, "He is risen, He is not here anymore." One who lives in my will can likewise say, "My will is not with me any longer. It is risen again in the fiat." And if the circumstances of life, the occasions, the pains, surround the creature as though looking for her will, she can answer, "My will is risen again. It is not in my power anymore. I possess in exchange the divine will, and with its light I want to invest all things around me, circumstances and pains, to make of them as many divine conquests." The soul who lives in our will finds life in the acts of her Jesus, and our operating, conquering, triumphant will always runs within her. She gives us so much glory that heaven cannot contain it. Therefore, live always in our will, never go out of it if you want to be our triumph and our glory.
Fiat.